a person that works for such a great organization gets gunned down in the city, it's a sad day. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, I am from Washington, D.C., and I'm also an entrepreneur. Be sure to check out my business links in the description below. But on to more important topics. Let's get into today's topic. Now, today we will be talking about a Peace Corps exec who was killed in the District of Columbia not too long ago. It's a sad day in the city, I must say, when a person that works for such a great organization such as the Peace Corps gets gunned down in the city. It's a sad day, and it was in an act of senseless violence. June 29th, Jeremy Black had just ate dinner with his wife and another couple, and shortly after that dinner, he was shot and killed. Around 9 p.m. that night, DC police started receiving reports about two men opening fire, aiming at each other. Officers responded to that scene and found 53-year-old Jeremy. Jeremy Black was struck by a stray bullet in the midst of this gunfight between the two men went down. He was quickly transported to a hospital where he unfortunately passed away. Jeremy was a husband and a father of two teenage sons. Now, before I get into my thoughts on this and tell y'all what's on my mind when I'm reading this, etc., I wanted to lay out what the Peace Corps' mission is, so that when y'all read up on this story or y'all hear about this story, y'all know exactly what corporation or organization Jeremy Black worked for and stood for, and what he stood for. The Peace Corps' mission is to help the people of interested countries in meeting their need for trained men and women. Their mission is to help promote a better understanding of Americans on the part of the peoples served. And lastly, their mission is to help promote a better understanding of other peoples on the part of Americans. I'm sending an abundance of prayers and love to Jeremy Black's family, because in the district, it's starting to be like anybody can and will get hit. Something that's supposed to be just a regular fight, a one-on-one fight with your hands, if y'all hate each other that much, you know. But no, you know, they stand at a distance and they're shooting and aiming, supposedly aiming, but not hitting each other. They're hitting innocent people that don't have nothing to do with that, didn't grow up with that type of mindset. And when are we going to learn that that's not how we're supposed to handle stuff? When are we going to learn that? When are we going to learn the art of karma? Because I guarantee you, any man that works for an organization like that has a lot of people praying for him and his family. So in turn, whoever these idiots were, either there will be justice in one way or another. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of the people that's out here doing this type of stuff is either young-minded, both, ignorant, all of the above, and they not gonna stop doing it. That could have been anybody. That could have been a child. But it was a father of two teenage sons that are at an age where they will know what happened to their father. It's no way that you can keep that from a teenager. Whether they find it out on their own or you tell them as a parent yourself. they gonna find out. A lot of people think that karma be missing them, but whole time it come around when it need to. It come around when you least expect it, and it comes around when it needs to. Whoever did that, right? You took a father away from 2 teenage boys. So let's say in turn, something happens in your family in which you can't control. In an act of senseless violence, your loved ones get taken. There's no explanation, no nothing, and you gonna want answers and justice for your wrong. It don't work like that. I wanted to talk about this because it's scenarios like this where you really gotta consider it's like you really gotta consider all scenarios when moving to a certain city or a certain area. DC is really starting to be that place where I wouldn't even want to raise a child. And I was born and raised here. But it's to that point because in all scenarios, in today's time, the bullying in the District of Columbia within the school systems have gotten out of control, out of the teachers' hands, out of the principals' hands, out of all of their hands. And I remember a couple scenarios where teenagers or juveniles committed suicide because of this bullying and because it was not stopped and handled appropriately. So you really got to do your research on cities and states like this. Would I recommend it? It depends, you know, because anything can happen anywhere. But at the same time, if it's all zones and areas and wards of this city where shootings is going down, kids is getting killed, and this is purely senseless. What could have been a fight between 2 men, a regular fight, a street fight, whatever you want to call it, could have been that, and only y'all get touched because y'all want to touch each other. No homo, right? I don't get it. When I was growing up, it was one-on-one fights, and I've seen that a lot. It did progress into jumping and what have you, but gunfights, that's just different. That's different when y'all could have just brawled it out, got out all y'all aggression, and kept it moving. The police probably would have got called anyway, depending on what area you in, or if it's a lot of people around, etc. So I don't get the logic of this. Rest in peace to Jeremy Black, and I hope with this being in an area where a lot of people was a witness in some sort of way, that we can come to some type of conclusions, because anybody that's gonna do this just like that is gonna do it again, if you know what I mean. It's your girl B Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.